Greetings in the love and in the light of our infinite prime creator, the divine grid programmer.
Namaste, namaskaram.
And welcome to the first video from the rebranding of my channel from my own name, Mark McGuire, to the organization which I hope to start as a nonprofit, which is my plan to start a nonprofit here in the state of Texas with the title, the Aumbonda New Earth Education Center. And Aumbonda is a word that I came up with based on the name of a Brazilian religion, which is called Aumbonda. And Aumbonda, in its native meaning, refers to this hybrid sort of spiritual technology system that is fundamentally based on Catholicism, as it was introduced in the Brazil area in South America. And this Umbanda is a type of a native religion to Brazil that is a synthesis, a hybrid of Catholicism, the amalgamation of the local shamanic Native American traditions of the tribes that are native to the South America, Brazilian area, that Native American tradition, as well as African tribal traditions from the interaction with the sons and daughters of that continent in Africa with Brazil and South America and all of the cultural exchanges. So Aumbonda has meaning for me in that it's a component, it's a word that broken down into its component parts, Om, which we know, A-U-M, or sometimes spelled O-M, is the sound of creation, is the Hindu, syllable word, however you wish to describe it, Om, as it vibrates, as you vibrate that and intonate that sound, it is the sound of creation. It's been measured, it's been scientifically proved. And so Bond, Om Bond, B-O-N-D, is what I see as the bond of all creation. This Om, this sound of creation that binds all of creation in the Akash, the quantum Akashic field of the ether, of the energy of Source, which is Source, is the God, is God. That's right here flowing through everything, that energizes everything. And the as in Amen, and the Egyptian, where it stems from the Egyptian word Amen, the hidden one is the same concept, the hidden one of the net, the divine grid, the energy that is, the ethers that flows through, that is God, that is Source, that is the infinite prime creator that manifests into creation. So Aumbonda is a word that I came up with roughly when I had my starseed awakening in August 11th of 2021. And so, Aumbonda New Earth Education is the rebranding of what I've called this channel. It's a name, it's a concept. I have two websites for it. I had a GoFundMe campaign for it, but it's just, I figured it was time to just change the name of the channel to what more closely aligns with my goals and what I desire to manifest in the New Earth. So this Aumbonda New Earth Education, and that's what that's all about, folks, in case anybody was wondering. In addition, I just wanted to discuss the human energy form. Speaking of energy and the sound of creation and all that, but essentially discuss how important it is to understand interdimensional life forms of the human aspect of Earth and how it includes our own existence, how these interdimensional life forms interact through our own consciousness, awareness, our own energy field, the many aspects of our own body, mind, and spirit as sovereign humans. And just in the physical body itself, some of us have learned to talk to our body to soothe, optimize, and heal it. Yes, I do. I channel the light and use visualization, which is visualization is the connection between mind and spirit and body, and how visualization is the actual ingredient of what they call magic, but visualizing and it all works in a quantum aspect. So, for example, I mean, many top athletes now consider it perfectly acceptable to work with sports consultants who teach them how to use affirmations and self-talk to relax and optimize their sports performance. So yes, your thoughts are things, your thoughts are energies. I mean, many books discuss the effectiveness of talking positively to heal injured body parts. So, I mean, these are forces emanating from humans whenever we interact with others. So you be always cognizant of that. You know, your body will communicate to you. If you're not quite reading, your conscious mind isn't quite discerning a situation or an energy that's being presented to you, your body will tell you. I mean, there are forces emanating from humans whenever we interact with others. These thought forms and emotional forms exist, both as energy and as beings we can communicate with. You just have to learn the language of this energy communication. Some are very aware life forms, which is why they can affect us so strongly, even when the person housing them is totally unaware of the situation. If you're not cognizant of this is what, you know, these videos I try to make is not only for me to consolidate things that I've read and learned and whatnot, but to share the information. And it's vitally important to monitor your thoughts, your words, essentially to follow the Noble Eightfold Path of the Gautama Buddha, the Bodhisattvas, the enlightened ones of the right speech, right action, you know, right thoughts. Be careful what you think. Thoughts are realities. Thoughts are realities in some world. And focusing our will on them can call them into existence. So, yes, I mean, this is what quantum, the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, what, you know, Max Planck and Niels Bohr, all these quantum experiments demonstrate that the mere looking at, the mere presence of a person in an experiment just throws the results, you know, to the quantum, to the Akash. I mean, occultists and medicine people know this, that your thoughts are realities, okay? And they can consciously use this innate human ability to manifest the thought into a form and give it life. What a type of doppelganger or an egregore. But egregores, if you know what this term egregore, E-G-R-E-G-O-R-E, egregore is a type of astral fourth dimension energy cloud that is comprised of various, you know, thoughts from many different containers, genetic vehicles where consciousness is housed. And that's why it's very important to take care of your genetic vehicle. But this can be used to create a guardian. You know, your thoughts, you can have little ceremonies, rituals, what have you. You know, your words that you say, how you write, any way to consolidate an energy form for a purpose. And that's a type of egregore or doppelganger or you know, this type of life form has a simple level of awareness, though, and when existing under the control of their creator, can stay on task. So the problem is their existence also is a part of the source. So you're kind of taking some of the Akash, the quantum Akash, the source energy, and over time, these egregores or energy doppelgangers that you've created, they start to evolve a life of their own. So the thought form has no lifespan such as a human does unless their creator specifies it. So they remain century after century and can cause problems. Ancient Egyptians would create spiritual guardians to protect the graves of pharaohs. This is what occurred when King Tut's grave was opened. It activated protective energies. Within a short span of time, all but one of the discoverers had died. The one who survived had been wearing an antique ring decorated with an Atlantean symbol for protection. All right? So, but you have to understand that your thoughts are things. There's a term, if you've been following any of the videos I made reading from the pyramids of Montauk, where there's been a couple of chapters where it's just very detailed talk of the morphogenetic fields of consciousness, the morphogenetic power grid. These are groups, thought forms, egregores, as I've been saying. They gather strength from many individuals adhering to the same thought or energy. They layer a frequency or consciousness into the universal grid, ready to be accessed by whoever seeks it. Morphogenetic fields can be sometimes dormant and sometimes active. So remember, above time and space, all always exist. I mean, the stuff that the little, song you're playing today on your, the sound that emits from your little iPhone speaker, it travels and it just continues indefinitely. So above time and space, everything always exists. Thus, we should be careful what we consciously create, for it becomes a part of our world and our future. So your thoughts are things, what you think, your outlook, your affirmations that you make to yourself, so constantly monitor your environment for those who are seeking to inject negativity into your matrix. This is, so basically, I mean, this is true whether our creation is a horror movie or novel or an inspirational tale. It depends on your script, the script you're writing, your script, your energies, all is mental, as the Kabbalion says, as the Immortal Tablets say, all is mental. The universe is comprised of consciousness. So curses become energy fields. We must work through. So be careful your words and who's in your environment, what they say. Praying and participating in world prayer groups, saying affirmations, establishing sacred ground and sacred space. All of these acts become fields of consciousness. Once formed, they stay in our earth consciousness in some form forever. These fields can affect millions of others for all time. And my dear and esteemed viewer, it is my intention, it is my expressed manifestation intention to affect millions upon millions for all time, with my intention to establish the Aumbonda New Earth Education Center for the expansion of consciousness here in the state of Texas, which would have global galactic aspirations. I would like to see an Aumbonda new Saturn, Center for new Aumbonda New Saturn Education Center for Consciousness, New Jupiter, and going off into the other galaxies, Tau Theta, where I self-identify as a blue avian starseed. So the bird tribes, the blue avian, those ETs from the Tau Theta constellation. So, an Aumbonda New Tau Theta Center for Consciousness Expansion is my intent, is my intention, my expressed, putting these words into the quantum, these desires, these energies into the quantum so it's not like, that's my aspiration. And so, hit that subscribe button and give a thumbs up if you got your own mantras, your own aspirations for the new earth, your own intentions to manifest. Share those as well, and like I said, it's harmonic universe number 2 or bust, the golden age timeline or bust.
Namaste. Namaskaram.